is up.
Yes. On what fucking day is it?
A very snowy Thursday.
Snowy. It's like 45 degrees here. It ain't snowing here.
We're kind of shut in here at the chalet in Stowe, Ohio. So, what better than having us two assholes shred apart yet another phenomenally horrible list?
Exactly. There's nothing fucking better.
And seeing as it's Loudwire, it's going to be a shit show.
Oh, it's hardcore going to be a shit show.
Just terrible. Terrible.
So we are doing the 66 best metal songs of the 21st century, according to Loudwire.
Right. And of course, they picked 66 like they're just trying to be fucking cute or something. I don't know.
Edgy or...
No good. But before we get started with this malarkey of shitola of the Ayatollah, just to let you know, currently all three of us here at Three Witches Entertainment are doing a 1-card free tarot reading today and today only. So if you are interested in seeing like how things are kind of unfolding in your life at the moment, take advantage of it. We will do a 3-card spread, but after that free one, you can opt to buy the last 2 of your spreads. So
right.
Check us out, Three Witches Entertainment, Gangis, Mischief, and myself, Reaper. You can go to Reaper's Underground, all of the pages, Gangis's pages, as well as Mischief. So
right.
Check us out if you want to see what's going on.
Exactly. And before we get into this shit show here, I'm going to run a quick little word from our sponsor over at Dezea's Creep Shop.
Woo, 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 woo. Man, those Valentine's Day shirts are the bomb.
Yeah, they are.
But, anything from horror collectibles to apparel, and of course, the creepy ass dolls.
Yeah.
Make a mighty gift for anyone who has a collection going. Check her out, Dezea's Creep Shop at Etsy.com. And by next week, we should be able to display live some of these items.
Hell yeah.
So check it out.
Check it out. All right. Let's hop into this mess.
For some reason, they want to start with Children of Bottom.
Okay.
Which I love the album title, Follow the Reaper.
Right.
So they start out with them with Every Time I Die, which is like kind of a signature song for them in the first place. But as you know, a lot of these descriptions are usually not on point. So let's see what they have to say about that. With a slower pace from the blazing and ultra technical Children of Bottom, Every Time I Die feels different from any other song in the finished band's discography. I just love how they always have to say what country they're from. I
do that in my write-ups too.
I guess that's true. I just find it interesting.
Fair.
Insane solos are a staple of Children of Bodom's music, but The guitar and keyboard work in Every Time I Die goes deeper than the normal Bottom Shredfest. It's a key track for Bottom and crucial listening for the 21st century metal.
Um,
doesn't really go into too much depth there. It's like they were
No.
just talking about the guitar work.
Yeah.
The fact that they're, shred rankery, very explosive with most of their stuff, which is true. But you know what? Even the heaviest of all heavy bands have songs that are a little bit, maybe toned down a little bit. So,
Right.
I don't think that's what made it stand out any bigger. I just think it was hookier.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, sort of agree, but don't.
It's a solid song, but I don't know if it's top 66 of the last 20 years.
Right, which pretty much encompasses the first 20 years in 2000.
Right.
So
right.
Don't know if it stands out quite that much.
I don't know about that. All right. Up next we have
we damn near did that at the same time.
Yeah, we did.
Perfect.
Obviously, if you live under a rock, you don't know. We're talking about Disturbed, Down with the Sickness. I definitely agree that is a fantastic song. It should be on here. Let's see what they say.
Definitely a staple.
Something primal was building out of the Midwest, and with a ooh-wah-ah-ah, suddenly everyone knew who Disturbed were. Down with the Sickness was the second single from the band's hugely successful debut album, The Sickness. The track deals with the subject of abuse and the submission of independence. Down with the Sickness peaked at number 5 on mainstream rock radio and number 8 on the alternative airplay chart, and remains one of their most popular songs in concert.
Now, that's kind of some bullshit to me.
Okay.
The only reason I say that is yes, that was the song that broke them, from the start,
Right.
their career, which is fine. But there are so many other way better Disturbed songs.
Agreed.
That they could have chosen. Anything
Agreed.
off
this is a best song list. Not a most iconic list. It's best. There's a difference.
Exactly. And they were, like I said, they had other songs that hit even harder than that one and was very successful. So, to say that that's like the only one from them that is worthy of a list like this, got to disagree.
Agreed.
Still love the track. It's synonymous with, every freaking bar dive, around the world, and everyone sings along with it.
Yeah.
But still, to me, it does not define the band. So if they're going to make a list of the 66 best metal songs of the 21st century, I would have picked a better one.
Agreed. And all you out there, watching us on Three Witches Land, feel free to comment. Give us your opinions.
Absolutely.
We love it when y'all do that.
Yes. Right. It only makes the shit show that much more fun.
Oh, for sure. All right. You want the next one, Reaper?
I can do that. Now, this is interesting. Why does everyone pick on fucking Iron Maiden? I just don't understand it.
I don't know.
We're talking about legends in metal here.
Mm-hmm.
So, for some reason, they have to say, after a tumultuous 90s stretch, they did just fine in the 90s. Don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I have no idea.
What rock they've crawled out under. Iron Maiden's stock quickly rose once they reunited with Bruce Dickinson and Adrian Smith. They kept Smith's replacement, Yannick Gers, giving them a 3-guitar attack. With the classic lineup restored, fans wondered how their new material would hold up to their classics. Very well, was the answer, as evidenced by the Brave New World lead single, The Wicker Man. Punchy and bursting with melody, this track was the spark to the powder keg that has been Iron Maiden's staggering 21st century run. Staggering?
What?
Staggering.
Staggering.
Now we're talking about a century here. Century.
Uh-huh.
I'm not talking about 10 years. I'm not talking
No.
about 20. We're talking about a fucking century. And this is the one they chose? I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that. It's a great track. Definitely coming into the 2000s with all the new bands coming out.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't think I would have chose this track, but
No, me neither.
It was a great reuniting of all the original members, and it came out very well. Yeah. So I guess I could see that. JD.
Yeah. All right. Up next we have now one thing I'm not sure, is it supposed to be HIM or is it him? What are you supposed to say?
It's him. Literally
Okay.
just him.
That's something I've always not been sure about that. Anyway, the song is Him, Right Here in My Arms. From 2000. It says they were a staple of MTV back in the early 2000s, rising into the mainstream alongside Jackass and any prank show featuring Bam Margera. In essence, Billy Vallow was a quintessential rock star of the era, with each rotation of Right Here in My Arms turning girls into mush. His brand of love metal still holds up brilliantly today, and not just as a piece of millennial MTV nostalgia. Well.
Whew. Well, I don't know if they're praising him or
It's not him.
Yeah, it's kind of like shaking your hand and shoving a knife in your back at the same time.
Pretty much.
Because when him came out, that group, I mean, you saw their shirts everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, any teenage girl at the time was just like, oh, my
goodness. Exactly.
Just an amazing act, which I don't even know if he's still around.
Honestly, I'm going to look it up because I don't know either.
Because I haven't heard shit.
No.
In I want to say 10 years. He was one of those acts that just blew up overnight. And then, I don't know, after a while, you just never heard anything from that person anymore. So, the quintessential rock star of that era.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Marilyn fucking Manson.
Mm-hmm.
Rob fucking Zombie.
Exactly. We're talking early 2000s. They were way bigger than, better anyway.
Better, bigger, badder. Yeah. Just, I don't know. That's giving a little too much praise. I'm not saying that he, this particular song doesn't belong here. I definitely agree with the placing.
Okay, I just found out him broke up in 2017 during the final show on New Year's Eve of that year, and blah, 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 blah. Sales over 10 million records. Damn.
Why quit?
That's a very good question.
That's what I have to say. Usually when something like that happens, it's because they all just feel like it's either falling apart or want to do other things, I guess.
Yeah.
But how many albums were there? Did it say?
I'm
not too familiar with their discography, so.
Let's see. 8 studio albums, 1 live album, and 29 music videos.
Gotcha. So, pretty decent career.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't like the description. I think they kind of kicked him in the nuts a little bit.
Agreed. I hope this isn't going to be another one of those I love you, I hate you.
It's kind of what I'm feeling. At least I felt off of that.
Yep. Yep.
Next one is In Flames, Pinball Map. Now, I'm familiar with In Flames. I'm not so familiar with this particular track,
Same.
but let's see here. Colony hinted at a changing of the tides for Sweden's In Flames just 1 year earlier. On this 2000 album, the band did the unspeakable, gasp, prominent, clean singing. Really, it's not that heretical, but the old school jester heads will never see it that way. It's their loss. Pinball Map especially was representative of already boundary pushing band aiming to broaden their sound and even further, and it worked. All right, so and that's been kind of a challenge for a lot of bands in the last 20 years, especially, where they all kind of started out with just nothing but growling and yelling and screaming and all that stuff, and then figure out that they're actually able to melodicize, and their success goes from here to there. Most people, I guess, purists that liked them when they weren't so big,
right?
They have it's kind of like a love affair until they really break bigger, and then they're like, eh.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, I mean, for them to do the switch up like that, I think was fine.
Agreed.
So, and they landed on this list, and that particular, I mean, it was quite a quick switch too.
Oh, it definitely was, yeah.
Within a year of them being out. So, I don't know. Kudos to them. I dig them. I dig them.
All right. Up next, we have Dig by Mudvayne. What the frig does that say?
BR dang.
What? Unless that's not the name of the album, is it?
No.
Didn't think so. What the frig? Anyway, something gave Mudvayne's Dig a third life. Its second life being Most Brutal Scream of 2012. In the late 2010s, introducing a new genre of fans to the new metal anthem. Okay. Though the genre is waning by 2000, Mudvayne's LD50 hit new metal with a shotgun in the arm, giving metalheads something to wreck their homes to early in the new millennium.
Okay, obviously this guy's on fucking crack.
Yeah.
Or some kind of speed or something, because
that made absolutely no sense.
Was backwards, ass backwards at that. BR, I don't know. Is that Be Right Back, right?
Maybe.
I don't think there's anybody that even fucking knows what he probably doesn't even know what he's trying to say. So it's kind of hard to comment on this because the writing is so fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But Dig is probably their most notable song, and people to this day still rock out to it.
Exactly.
There is a resurgence as a possibility of a reunion. So,
okay.
They're still relevant today as they were then. Obviously, they had some very bad chemical dependency issues, which is why they broke up in the first place. That's why, kids, if you're going to play metal, don't use meth.
Yeah.
So, very cool.
Very cool.
Oh, this is interesting.
It is. Go ahead.
Why are they so high up on the list?
Actually, I think this list is in order of when it came out, because everything so far has been from the year 2000.
Interesting. Okay. I didn't really think that's what
there's some bougie
but
bitches.
You're right, it is all 2000.
Some bougie bitches and have to do it by year. They can't do it, actually put in the effort and say how much they like things.
Or giving it the credit that it deserves as far as where they place it.
That too.
But okay, this song is definitely by far, even with me, one of my all-time favorite Pantera songs.
Okay.
Revolution is My Name, off of Reinventing the Steel. Though mostly known for their work in the metal world,
What?
let me say that again, because I can't even let that one sink in at the moment. Though mostly known for their work in the metal world, what other world were they fucking playing music in?
I'm so confused.
I mean, even when they first started and they were like a glam metal band,
Right.
they were still metal.
Exactly.
And when they made the best move they ever could have done, when they got rid of all that fucking bullshit, they became the most aggressive fucking metal machine that the 90s and the 2000s have ever seen.
Yeah.
Every fucking song was a bona fide hit.
Yeah.
It says Pantera were embraced by rock radio late in their run.
Huh?
Really? Because every radio station I listened to during that time was Cowboys from Hell, Cemetery Gates, This Love.
I don't
like,
think this person has any idea what the hell they're talking about.
This guy just needs to fucking just have his man card removed. Anyway, as Revolution is My Name from the Reinventing the Steel album hit airwaves, the song became their second highest charting song at radio at the time. Okay, go back to English class, dipshit.
Yeah.
The fuck? Hitting number 28 on the mainstream rock chart. We're not measuring bands by mainstream rock charts.
No, we're not.
Metal bands could give two motherfucking shits.
And this isn't highest ranked metal songs. This is supposed to be the best. Just because something ranks high on that thing doesn't necessarily mean it's the best. Come on. And this is fucking, this is Loudwire. This isn't a fucking, list of the chart. What the fuck are you doing?
If we've learned anything about the charts, it's that they're highly political and record companies pay big to get them put somewhere.
Exactly.
That's why radio stations are still in business.
You know what? I want to do it just for how stupid this person is. Can I do it?
I agree. That's it.
That's it?
You just got the elbow drop of doom. That is never going to get old.
Never.
And it said, and they go on to say, this even like further makes me want to vomit. But Pantera fans probably couldn't have cared less about radio stats and just wanted to turn it up and feel the groove on this Pantera classic.
What?
That's what the metal world feels, period.
Yeah.
We don't like a song because it got number 10 on a chart or number 5 or even number 1 for that matter.
Right.
It's because we fucking went out, bought the album, listened to it, and fell the fucking love with it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. So you guys just
All right. Moving on to 2001. Woo! We have Converge with the song Concubine.
Definitely, probably their most standout song
For sure.
out of their career. It was a pivotal year of metal, but while System of a Down, Tool, and Slipknot were defining popular music, Converge had conquered the underground with the iconic Jane Doe album. The album's duo of opening cuts blend into each other beautifully to create a whirlwind of audio violence, pushing extreme metal to wild, disgusting, and poetic places. Are you giving them a compliment or are you telling them that you just fucking hate it?
I don't know.
That's what I'm getting from this.
Agreed. What?
I just don't know.
This list is a mess.
Yeah, it really is kind of like all over the place.
It really is.
Disgusting and poetic places.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, yeah, they were a little bit more underground, so to speak, but they were touring just as much and headlining just as much as Slipknot or anybody else.
Right.
You know, people got to realize out there that, you know, when a band is big, but they're not even like major label, but like big indie labels, the ones that are, you know, known for, you know, acts just like Slipknot, for instance, who was on Roadrunner. They don't always have the money.
No.
To really push as much as they want to. That's why the bands have to go out, play shitty little clubs all over the country.
Exactly.
For 6 months, probably 6 months to a year to really get the name out.
Right.
Because whenever you're in the underground, nobody ever wants to really give you a shot at something bigger, which I think they miss the mark all the time. Agreed. But you did see Converge end up on a lot more of those packaged festival shows.
Right, you did.
And now look at festivals today. People want to go to festivals more than they want to just see one band.
Exactly.
So kudos to you, Converge, but this guy is fucking douchebag material.
Yep. All right. Up next, we have Creator with Violent Revolution. It says, with the arrival of the new millennium came the resurgence of the thrash greats of the 80s. The 90s was a trying time for thrash. The Creator fared reasonably well in their experimentation.
Thank you, Metallica.
Agreed. Yeah. 2001 marked Creator's reinvention as a melodic thrash unit. Although their reckless, off-the-rails approach of decades past was gone, in came a fresh sound that still retained Creator's visceral edge, decrying class separation as one of the genre's most aggressive acts. Violent Revolution has gone on to be heralded as one of the German group's most beloved tracks.
I have to agree with that wholeheartedly.
Agreed.
Creator was much, much bigger in the 80s, or I should say was more popular.
Right.
And it was because the metal world finally opened up to more than just Britain.
Yeah.
Finally, there was, you know, you had the Scorpions, but you didn't have a super fucking heavy band to come out in the 80s from Germany known as Creator. Exactly. Creator just kind of like blew everything up to, I don't know, new heights. So for them to even just end up on this list in general, just as a testament that thrash is not dead. No. I don't know why everyone keeps saying that, but it's still alive.
It is.
There wouldn't be black metal if it wasn't for thrash.
Exactly.
Or death metal, for that matter.
No, definitely. All right. I'm going to run a quick word from our sponsor, Royal 10.
Absolutely. Yes, if you haven't checked them out yet, please go to royal10clothing.com for all the latest awesome custom horror designs, t-shirts, hoodies, and I believe they're going to start getting into some other stuff too, as well as doing prints and artist renderings like the ones that I've shown on the show before.
Right.
So, and if you just like classic horror, they got some awesome designs to just kind of like reinventing the whole, t-shirt game. So check them out. Cheap, easy to ship, and you're going to love it. So, all right.
All right. You can have the next one, brother.
Well, they sure as shit don't have much to say about this band.
No, they don't.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Opeth Blackwater Park. So we're still kind of like with some very brutal bands here, which is cool. It's nice to see that and that they're getting recognized, because normally they just go for those that are way more commercial.
Right.
Opeth was definitely not a very commercial band, so
definitely
kind of cool to see. Opeth's vital potion of brutality, progression, and beauty hit its peak in the 2000s with Blackwater Park. Though Opeth were already experts in breaking new ground at the turn of the millennium, the amalgamation of the band's many strengths can be discovered within 2001's album title track. I think a lot more could have been said there.
Agreed.
Especially about style, guitar work, drumming. That's one thing you never really hear is anything about drumming.
No, you definitely don't.
Guitar this, or fucking
exactly. And I'm always like, I make a point to, mention anything interesting in a track, and no one ever talks about the drums ever. And I'm like, hello.
I mean, without us, you don't have anything.
Exactly.
And don't even tell me that, fabricated mechanical drum sounds are better, because they're not.
No.
I mean, unless you're industrial, then it's expected.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but at any rate,
next,
I cannot believe that this band made the list.
I can't either. That's shocking. We have Pig Destroyer and their song Piss Angel. Piss Angel brings a Pantera-like crunch in Scott Hall's guitar work, along with pummeling drums and vocals, which Pig Destroyer have assaulted their fans with for decades. After listening to the entire Prowler in the Yard album for the first time, you'll feel like you've been sonically stomped into the earth, and Piss Angel brings one of the strongest finishes to an album in grind history. Now that's a good fucking write-up.
This person actually kind of hit it on the nail, and I think it's because he probably likes that subgenre. If most of you know what grind is, it's the type of squealing that literally sounds like a pig squeal.
Oh yeah.
And they do it over and over. I mean, he'll give you.
I can only listen to so much of that stuff.
Oh my goodness! It's like you'll get 2 sentences of lyrics, and then you'll hear
Yeah.
It sounds like they took Elmo, crunched his nuts so hard that all he could say is no offense out there, Three Witches Lane.
It's still kind of growly though, so maybe it's more like Cookie Monster.
Could be slightly, but I mean, you every single grind band I've ever heard has the pig squeal.
They do.
It's the most annoying sound I could ever hear, and then the music is so goddamn fast. I don't know what the main riff is.
Nope.
And when a breakdown's going to happen, and then a breakdown happens out of nowhere, and you get the really long pig squeal.
Yeah.
So
I once in a very, very great while will listen to like a song of this style, but like it's not a go-to in any.
I mean, you just have to be like extremely pissed off to really listen to it, or having one of the worst days in history that you can remember.
Yeah.
But okay.
Okay. Well, you can have
that was interesting. Slayer Disciple. Now, okay. So Dave Lombardo, the original drummer, he did Seasons in the Abyss, Rain in Blood, and all those other classic South of Heaven albums. He's gone now, and they got a new, fresh, young guy by the name of Paul Bostaph.
Mm-hmm.
And he's credited playing with like some of speed and thrash metal great bands, you know, very underground, but still, you know.
Right.
Nobody knew what to expect on this record, and it was so fresh and so good that it's become one of their top selling albums of all time.
Right.
And not just because of the front cover that got banned, but nonetheless, it says Disciple is our pick for Slayer's greatest 21st century song. Kerry King's lyrics are vicious throughout the cut, lashing out at organized religion and relentless blasphemy. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you, Kerry King. We appreciate you, man. Perfect. Though Tom Araya is Catholic. This is actually true, Three Witches Land.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I think every Slayer fan wept when Tom did that interview just before their final farewell tour.
Right.
And he laughed and said, "We don't believe in any of this shit that we put on our records. We just did it because the kids like it." I mean, I don't know. They also come from the 80s where if you threw a pentagram and some like devil imagery and all that stuff, you were pretty much guaranteed that, you know, kids at that time during the Satanic Panic would actually want to listen to you because they saw a pentagram or they saw devil on there or even a Dio cover, you know, would like entice you to want to listen to it, even if you don't know what they sound like.
Oh, yeah. You know, seeing that and all the kids are like,
let the sin begin.
Exactly. All the way. Hold on.
What?
My fucking list just went haywire.
That's okay. I'll take the next one when you catch back up.
Oh, wait. I got it.
Okay.
So it says, though Tom Araya is Catholic, you'd have no idea by his fierce vocal delivery on Disciple. It's Slayer's ultimate dissection of religion and rejection of all things holy. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
Become immortal with the blood, the blood that sprays from me. I mean,
yeah.
And to stay eternally youthful and all that other stuff. Ah, man. You know, that's kind of like the ultimate deceit. Worse than what, you know, organized religion does. You sit there and you say all this shit and you expect an artist to actually back up what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't want to rain on any Slayer fans' parade, but when I heard that, I lost a shit ton of respect for the band.
Yeah, for sure.
I still love the music, but the art has to fit the person.
Agreed.
You know, atheists like Chuck Schuldiner of Death, he had no problem letting people know.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure Tom Araya, you know, in a drunken stupor said, "Oh, well, if I talk about the Holy Rosary and all that shit, people ain't going to like us."
I got diarrhea.
Oh, shit.
So it worked for them. So, I mean, I'll give them that. They've had a hell of a career. Good for them. But, damn. Art is about extension of things within you, things that you feel and shit like that. And apparently they didn't feel any of that. Well, I think Kerry King does because he's the one who wrote the fucking lyrics.
That is true.
But, you know, just like it says, the way Tom Araya delivers on that particular tune, you would think that that's really how he felt.
I know.
So if you ever get a chance to check that out, check it out. It's actually a very, very good track and a triumph for a band that was starting to go sour.
Yes.
So.
All right, moving on.
Well, you can take this one because I am not a fan.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. I'm
Come
just
on.
not.
Come on. You want to wake up, grab a brush and put a little makeup. You wanted to. And of course, I am talking about System of a Down, Chop Suey. I love this song.
Ariel's was so much better.
Okay, yes, I'll agree. Ariel's is better than Chop Suey. Okay, fine. I'll give you
I
that.
honestly think it's because this song got overplayed so fucking much, and that's all anyone would talk about for like the span of 6 fucking months.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll go back to my earlier point, which was this is supposed to be the best songs, not the most iconic songs.
Right.
I mean, it's a good song, although arguably some of the covers of it that came out within the past couple years are better than the original, but...
Mainly because of vocals.
Agreed.
Just saying.
Like, did you hear Necrogoblicon? Did you hear Necrogoblicon cover this song?
Did they?
Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. They say System of a Down tackled unaliving yourself intentions in their own imitatable fashion with this unlikely mega hit, which succeeded in spite of getting pulled from many radio station playlists in the wake of 9/11. Its words, according to guitarist Darren Malakian, consider how people are often defined based on how they die, i.e., drug overdose, unaliving yourself, blah, blah, blah. Musically, the song's frantic attack in no way prepared listeners for the beautiful piano-accompanied conclusion, thus adding to the song's powerful and disturbing effect.
I mean,
yeah, but like, it's not like the best song ever. It's not their best song. I wouldn't have put it on my, best list.
Well, I mean, it almost sounds like, what they do to Ozzy whenever they put Ozzy on the list. They want to talk about the negative thing that happened. So naturally, they did no different in saying that, it got pulled in wake of 9/11 and all that stuff from the radio station's playlists.
Right.
So, I mean, so what? They went on a limb. They said what they wanted to say. People,
Right.
Obviously could identify with it. And that's what makes a great song.
Exactly.
So I would have left that part out and just said, hey, I mean, when it came out, it was something so different. And,
Exactly.
The things that actually fucking matter about a song instead of what's behind it, per se.
Exactly.
But I do agree they do belong on the list.
They definitely do. All right. You want the next one?
I can do that. So obviously we can't talk about the 2000s without Tool.
Oh, for sure.
Tool became so synonymous with I must buy a ticket to go see them than any other band that I can remember at that time because their stage shows are amazing. They are the tightest fucking band you've ever probably heard on a live stage and like far superseding what the album was. And the album was amazing. So we're talking about Lateralus. There are two things that will always be the same in every language, music and math.
Okay.
Which is true because it does teach fundamentals of math.
Right.
But anyways, Lateralus is a brilliant and mathematical work of music that is cleverly engineered after the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah, the Fibonacci sequence.
Okay. Making for some unfathomably intriguing time signatures and lyrical patterns. And much like the spiral model of the Fibonacci sequence, Lateralus is a spiraling crescendo of trippy peaks and valleys that take the listener on an intense whirlwind of artistic journey. If there is a quintessential Tool song that truly embodies the band's collective creative abilities and musicianship, this is the one. I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong with that description at all.
No, that's perfectly good.
I mean, let's face it. Tool is Tool for a reason. They do it well.
Exactly.
Nobody else can do what they do.
Exactly.
And Maynard James Keenan, the lead singer, is from another planet. I am convinced.
Oh, for sure. He's got to be. You know what? I'll let you take the next one, too, because I want the one after it.
So now we're going to step into the realm of classic old school hardcore. Very touchy subject with many, many listeners.
Ooh,
Always has been. Especially when we're talking about Hatebreed.
Yes.
And the infamous Jamie Josta. The song is titled I Will Be Heard. This came out in 2002, 5 years after the release of the groundbreaking Satisfaction is the Death of Desire debut. So this comes out 5 years after they fucking made a name for themselves with that first record,
Right.
which is crazy. But then again, I think they did a lot of touring, and sometimes albums take longer to make than
Exactly.
you can't always just put them out. Connecticut hardcore constituents.
Okay.
What the hell is that? Constituents means that you follow something.
Right.
So they were kind of like the leaders of the hardcore scene at that time. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't have called them that. But
Absolutely not. Nice try trying to use some big words, but I do not think that means what you think it means.
Right. Roared back with the career-defining Perseverance, which absolutely remains as their greatest album ever. So if you haven't heard Hatebreed before, check them the fuck out. There's a reason that they are the kings of hardcore, in my opinion. This is great.
No, it's not.
Pontiff of PMA, Positive Mental Attitude, Jamie Josta.
No. I am pretty sure
the Pontiff of Positive Mental Attitude.
Not to mention PMA, that's like whatchamacallit. That's a D. Snyder thing.
Right.
What?
Fucking D. Snyder was living that and breathing it and shitting it every day while he wasn't even a fucking thought in his daddy's nutsack.
Exactly. What the hell?
So,
No.
That's fucking stupid. Served as a megaphone for the downtrodden, urging them to cut through the bullshit and to make their presence known on I Will Be Heard. Now, this song definitely does kind of instill that fuck all the haters, I'm going to do me and do what I do. So it's an anthem, and it always will be, and it belongs on this list.
Absolutely. All right, this next one.
Positive mental attitude.
Yeah, seriously.
What the fuck?
All right, this next one, I had to have this one. I love this album.
It's a great album.
Korn, and the song is Here to Stay off of Untouchables. Now, I'm not sure if this is the song I would have picked necessarily. I probably would have gone with Alone I Break, but I digress. Korn dominated the 90s, largely viewed as architects of nu metal, though that musical definition quickly came to envelop any band with a distorted guitar and a rap hip-hop element. Okay. Remaining just as strong in a new decade is a challenge every band faces, but by their own declaration, Korn were here to stay as they issued their 5th consecutive hit album. Speaking of hit albums and Korn, their new one comes out tomorrow. Check that shit out.
Woo!
Anyway.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I would have. I think they lightweight shit on them for a second.
They really did.
How are you going to say that, though that musical definition quickly came to envelop any band with distorted guitars and rap hip-hop?
I mean,
there was no rap hip-hop real element to what they do.
No, not really.
They were kind of like the masters of like putting a little bit of funk into their aggressive drums.
Right, and like
the way Fieldley plays the bass, he plays slap.
Right, and
that's not synonymous with hip hop, though.
That's not rap.
It's the type of shit that makes you want to jump up and down and kill the person next to you.
Exactly.
That's all. And that term nu metal just makes me want to like crack my cannoli in half, because that's just like a baby term, in my opinion. Like a child invented that subgenre. It's not nu metal. It's just refined metal. I would have appreciated that term, or experimental metal.
Yes, I like that a lot better,
because that opened up the metal genre to not just boom, you could get a little boom, and just have that like feeling that just, I don't know, burns the desire to want to just, smash somebody's face in with a soldering iron.
Exactly.
I don't know. I always have to rant about that because I see it all over these lists. Anything from the 2000s is like new metal. I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So moving on from there, and I do agree that they probably could have picked a better song off that record.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Lacuna Coil. If you don't know them, something's fucking wrong with you. Exactly. These badass women are a killer fucking metal band.
For sure.
Love them or hate them, they're still around and they are still kicking ass.
Agreed.
And definitely belong on this list because they've shown up on some of the biggest fucking tours, festivals back in the early 2000s.
Right.
And I mean, they're still touring to this day. So... right. There's a sound bite. Oh shit. Lacuna Coil helped define the symphonic metal landscape of the 21st century, releasing the massive I'm not sure how to say that though. Homilies? I think it's Homilies.
Sure, we'll go with that.
We'll just say that.
Yeah.
Single Heaven's a Lie in 2002. Vocalist Christina Scabbia was essential in helping women break through metal's glass ceiling, as Lacuna Coil created heavy music palatable enough for the mainstream audiences. Who gives a fuck? They didn't care about the mainstream.
No.
There's not a metal band in the world that fucking worries about the mainstream. That's why we all say we're underground.
Well, I mean, sure there is. They're called posers.
Right. Exactly. I don't know why they say this all the time. It's fucking stupid. But heavy enough for those who've got metal in their bones. They fucking rock.
They do fucking rock.
So... what do you mean heavy enough? Shit, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean.
I don't know. That jagoff that just wrote that one just, bye.
I don't know. All right. Moving on. Ooh, I'm excited now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Not about that.
Oh.
I'll look further ahead. Before we do the next one, though, I'm going to run a quick commercial. If you like what you're seeing here, folks, if you enjoy hanging out with us, check out our merch store. We greatly appreciate it.
Support.
All right, that is our merch store. Make sure you check it out. And our I'll show you real quick, actually. Our Lilith Loves You Valentine's Day design is only going to be available a little bit longer, only until Valentine's Day or a couple days later. Make sure you pick that up. It's a killer design.
Limited edition. And it's in two different prints, right?
Yep, I've got a regular one and a rainbow one for, us.
So funny.
I know I'm funny.
Just letting you all know out there that there are more than one version, so whichever one works best for you, and you definitely should add this one to your collection.
Absolutely.
And just to let you know, we are still getting quite a few requests for the free one tarot card reading today. So if you're with us or just joining us now, please hit up Gangis, myself, or Mischief. Go to any of those pages, or just go straight to Three Witches Facebook page and just tell them who you want to have do it, and we will do that for you.
Exactly.
So, take advantage of it. It's today only.
Yes, today only. All right. Up next, we have As I Lay Dying, 94 hours. Yes.
Love this fucking band.
Oh, yeah. Undoubtedly, 94 hours is the sound of early 2000s metalcore. Yeah. Structurally simple, the As I Lay Dying track was pivotal for the burgeoning subgenre, using heavily distorted pull-off guitar, breakdown, double kick drum parts, and guttural vocals just left of death metal. The influence of As I Lay Dying and 94 Hours is indisputable, and it still lives as a metalcore time capsule.
Pull-off guitar?
I'm not sure what they mean by that.
Is that just another way of saying jacking off on your guitar?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Pull-off guitar. Never have I've heard like good little guitar, sayings for different types of, shit they do with the guitar, but never a pull-off.
No, what the fuck does that mean?
How about we pull on? SpongeBob. See, and the audience agrees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodness.
Most definitely, As I Lay Dying must be on this list because they were very instrumental, along with shit. I'm trying to think of the other band. There was two bands that were really kind of like at the forefront of the whole metalcore thing. Damn it. Kill Switch Engage. That's who I was looking for.
Gotcha.
So, and I would actually be sad if Kill Switch Engage doesn't show up on this list.
They do. They're coming up.
Yay! So very, very, very good and very deserved.
Absolutely.
Time capsule, though? I hate that. That's like saying they're old hat. That's not true.
It's only 20 years. It's not that old. Come on.
No. Maybe another 20? Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm a little torn on this next one.
Agreed.
Avenged Sevenfold, one time, was fantastic.
Agreed.
And yes, they contributed very well to any kind of a metal legacy. But what's happening with them currently, I just can't get behind.
I got diarrhea.
They've gone through changes, and any metal band always does.
Mm-hmm.
In their particular case, the lead vocalist had to, have surgery on his throat and all that stuff. Can't fucking scream no more. Now he's singing, and they sound like 90s Metallica, which is fine. That's fine because, it's pop.
Oh, yeah. It's fine. But,
as far as metal is concerned.
Yeah.
So Unholy Confessions 2003 was by far a great fucking album for them. Okay. With Walking Waking the Fallen. Hello, I can speak today. Avenged Sevenfold set their launching point to achieve greater success than any earlier 2000s band, straddling the emo metal course. Oh my goodness!
What?
Straddling.
Hey, Steph, what up, girl? Straddling the emo medical. What?
Straddling the emo metalcore scene? Now that's either saying they're dick riding all the big bands that were emo or in the metalcore scene.
Yeah.
Or they're just trying to say that it was a horrible thing. But just before that, you praised it.
Oh boy.
This motherfucker. Okay. You could definitely tell the difference here because, now that's weird. I'm looking here and it says the exact same writer wrote both of these descriptions.
I know.
So he must have a love-hate relationship with himself.
I guess so. Oh, no.
Probably jacking off into a bottle of Nutella. Here we go. Yeah. Anyway, this fucking dumbass. All right. Unholy Confessions became their siren song. Siren song?
You mean?
You could just say anthem. Anthem works.
Yeah.
God damn it. Blending catchy verses and choruses with angular core guitar work.
Angular?
So what you're telling me is they took their guitar, cocked it in some kind of a triangular kind of way to play their riff. So stupid. Guitar work was more technical than most. Okay, now, yes, it is true. It is very true that they have some damn good guitar players.
That is definitely true.
Basically, in my opinion, that makes Kirk Hammett from Metallica want to jump into a fucking lake and never come out.
Oh, yeah.
That's how much they're good. The whole band is good. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, with that album, I think they did kind of like make their mark.
That is true.
To be added to this list, but the stuff that's coming soon, folks, I don't know. Get ready to either puke or give yourself a fucking swirly.
Yeah.
At least from what I've been reading and what I've been hearing. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, this next one, I am so proud.
Okay.
Dim you fucking Borger.
I'm more excited about the next one, but that's fine.
Wait, what?
I said I'm more excited about the next one, but go ahead.
Are you? Let me see why. Oh, well, of course. Sure.
Yes, you're right, Steph. The new lube.
Well, let's put it this way. They could have picked any black metal band from any corner over there in the UK, Norway, and all that stuff.
Right.
Well, they decided to pick the fucking Megatron from Norway, Dim you Borger.
Yes.
They take black metal to another height on this record. The name of the record is Death Called Armageddon. And it's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Now, most black metal bands use symphonic keys.
Right.
Well, that's not what they did. They brought in the Prague Philharmonic Orchestra.
Yeah.
A black metal band gets a Philharmonic Orchestra to come in and play on their fucking record? Wake up over there, Europe. Black metal fucking rules.
Oh, yeah. That's like unheard of.
With a stunning and epic orchestral lead written by former Dim you Borger member Mustis is his name, and performed by the Prague Philharmonic Orchestra, Progenies of the Great Apocalypse is perhaps the most heavily played black metal song of the 2000s. Agreed. Released on the band's landmark 2003 album Death Called Armageddon, Progenies has been featured on various soundtracks. True.
Yep.
and showcase guest vocals by immortal frontman Abath,
Yes.
everyone's favorite black metal meme guy.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Unbelievable. Although many black metal purists have dismissed Dimmu Borgir progenies as an undeniably exceptional track.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if they're shitting on it, something's wrong with them then.
Agreed.
That's all I got to say.
Agreed. All right, this next one, I don't know if I don't know if I would have chosen that song off of this album, honestly. But anyway, I am so excited that they made the fucking list. So, you know what? It's fine.
Period.
It's fine. Typo fucking negative. I don't want to be me. I don't want to be me anymore. Okay.
Well, it's very catchy.
Oh, for sure. It's very catchy.
And I believe that it was the only full single released off that record, if I remember correctly.
Honestly, I'm not sure. Oh, Christian Woman. That was a single.
Not on Life is Killing Me.
Yes.
What did they do? Redo it?
Oh wait, that's a remix. I was looking at it. I was looking at the track list, and it's a remix. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Never mind. Yeah, you're right. That was the only single, I believe.
Yeah, because Christian Woman was on Bloody Kisses.
Yeah, it was.
That's when it first showed up.
I was just
But,
looking
that's
at the
cool that
track
they did a
list.
remix,
What?
though.
Oh, okay. That was it. No, that was definitely. All right. Yeah. So here's what they say. Oh, Pete Steele, we missed you so badly. True. Ever the sarcastic self-loather, typo negative's green man channeled that negative energy into a rousing, upbeat, sing-along jam. Irresistible in
Get you to see, families, with their little kids around a campfire singing, I don't want to be me.
That is
Whenever they say a sing-along jam, that's like the first thing that
for sure.
I can't help it.
Irresistible in every way, this goth punk power pop corker.
The fuck?
Ruined it. This goth punk power pop corker?
Corker.
Corker.
Are they trying to say that Mr. Steele had a cork up his ass while he sang?
Oh my goodness.
What the hell, man? These descriptions are just awful.
Well, this goth punk power pop corker easily rivals the band's most classic tracks. For example, Black Number 1, Christian Woman, Love You to Death, and was a refreshing twist after the particularly doomy, aching World Coming Down, which came out 4 years prior. If you only knew just how many people wanted to be you, Pete. They just completely ruined
That's kind of a shitty thing to say.
That's a horrible. No. Yeah, you're right, Steph. I need a drink and a smoke too. Holy crap.
He's a metal god.
Yeah.
Doom metal at that.
Yeah, he is a goth and doom metal god, and you're calling him a goth punk power pop? What the fuck?
Well, I guess the only way to properly remove that is to have a very, very healthy beeb.
I think after this list, I need to.
I might take 4 beebs. I don't know. Shit. Better than edge slaps.
Of all the people on this list that you have poorly described and insulted, Peter is going to come back from the grave and shove his massive boot up your ass so far that you're going to taste leather.
Yeah, that size 16 ain't going to feel too good.
No, it's not. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
That's what you get, you son of a bitch. That's it.
That's it.
You just got the elbow drop of doom.
I'm doing the other one too because fuck it.
Wow.
Very,
very appropriate.
Agreed.
That was some bullshit.
That was bad.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
It's another one of those love-hate ones. Starts out by saying, "Oh, we miss you," and then all that other.
No. No, 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 no. No. Okay. Well then.
Happy to see the Kill Switch Engage makes it onto the list. As I
Great.
mentioned before, they were one of the single-handedly groups to create the metalcore scene.
Mm.
Defined the melodic metalcore subgenre with a bona fide classic in 2002's Alive or Just Breathing, which I'm trying to do right now.
Mm.
And then their singer Jesse Leach bailed out with little warning, putting their future in doubt. Luckily, Killswitch quickly rebounded as a touring entity with new frontman Howard Jones.
Mm.
They proved that they were no fluke, and in fact, that they were true leaders of the next generation, American metal bands on their next album, The End of Heartache, whose title track was the LP's highlight. Well,
Okay.
is that his opinion? Or, everyone else's?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that was the only good track on the record.
No.
Because if it wasn't, people wouldn't still fucking want to see them play and
Right.
still love those songs. Now, I don't know why they had to throw it in there like that little, ripping the Band-Aid off, the fact that their lead singer bailed on them after the first record.
Right.
Let me tell you, people out there in Three Witches Land, I've seen it happen in bands that I've been in before. When you start getting a lot of success, there are those that want to grow with that success and those that fear it.
Mhm.
So maybe they got too much attention, or they didn't think that they would be touring like they did. And they're like, oh, I can't be away from my girlfriend or my family or something. Maybe they had kids. You know what I mean? They just can't hack it, which is fine.
Right.
But it's not for everybody. So I don't know why they felt the need to throw that in there. I think that's kind of stupid.
I definitely wholeheartedly agree with you.
Yeah, no doubt. What number are we at? Do we even
I don't know
know?
because they're not fucking numbered. I think we're somewhere around like 20 something. You want to just leave it off here and we can pick it up on another day?
Oh, most definitely.
All right. Well, that's that.
I got diarrhea.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we will pick this up another day on the shit show because this
Most definitely
is giving me a goddamn headache.
I mean, there's only like 2 out of 20 that were actually like dead on.
Yeah. And
which is pretty sad.
that is sad. That's very sad. I still can't get over what they said about Peter. No.
I wouldn't want that kind of karma.
No, me neither.
No.
Absolutely not. Well,
yes.
Yeah. On that note, we'll catch you all later. Have a fantastic Thursday, and we'll be back soon.
And as always, stay heavy.